Hello.
Hello.
How are you? Who are you?
Who am I? I'm that person that just exits with you on the stream.
You ditched us last time.
Did I?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I did, but it was fine. You didn't need me.
Yeah, because I didn't invite you. That's why. Okay, so welcome to the office hours. I'm Meena, and I'm a developer advocate at Postman, and I'm with not a very surprising guest, Alimi, who is Alimi One. Introduce yourself for the 100th time.
Yeah, I'm Alimi, developer advocate at Postman as well. It actually feels weird because I didn't stream last week at all, so it kind of feels like I haven't streamed in a while for me. It's kind of back to the camera.
Okay. So what do we want to do today? Oh, also, probably just what is office hours? Almi, you want to go do more of the talking since you haven't streamed in a while.
Okay. So office hours is your time. So anyone who's watching now, if you have any Postman related questions, mostly we can answer live questions if you want, but that's not what we excel at. But if you have Postman related question, hopefully we should be able to answer. So if it's using the app, just using a specific API, we can walk through it with you and try to solve your issue. So yeah, if you're on YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch, just post your question in the chat, and we'll get to it. So if you're on Twitch, you might have to sign in. There's a sign in button at the top right, I think. And the other platforms.
YouTube as well, right? You have to sign in, I think.
Yeah, but usually people already have a YouTube account. Twitch, not so much. But yeah, just drop your questions. Good first question.
Oh yeah. Hi, Willie. Good. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly.
We are fresh out of coffee at the office. How can Postman help? Well, this Postman probably can't help you, but your local Postman, if you ask him to deliver some coffee, probably can help.
Do Postmen deliver coffees?
I mean, they're the ones taking it from one place to the other, right? So technically, they'll be the ones delivering.
But like I never imagined a coffee courier. Yeah,
I mean, it has to travel from point A to point B, either from you or from someone else. Orders in, but they don't have an API, so we kind of thought, oh, that's a. So I think you look at it in Belgium, and I don't know what's the main courier in Belgium, but that's something that
In case you want to, you're not sharing screen already. So.
No, I know. I can share it. But even if they don't have an API, there's always a way to like scrape a website. We've done that in a few live stream before. There's a library you can use in Postman called Cheerio. Yeah, that allows you to like scrap a web page, and you can set up like alerts on what's happening, etc. Okay, so do you want to? Who's screen sharing? Who's showing what's new?
Okay, I can talk about it, and then you can show it.
Let me share my screen then.
Oops. Okay.
Oh wait, no, you go.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
talk.
I will talk about it.
Okay.
Very briefly. Okay. So yeah, there's a lot of frequent releases that we see, and a lot of bug fixes. So if you've been waiting for any bugs to be fixed, just check the app. But if you're a fan of release notes, just come here and read them out. So yeah. But so what's new with 8.1? You can now use schema outline from the sidebar of the API define tab to navigate through OpenAPI 3 and OpenAPI 2 schemas. Huh.
Okay.
I should just do it like one by one. Okay.
Yeah.
So, do I? Okay, there is a Discourse API. Hopefully, this is an open API. Yes, it's a type open API. And when I click on define, yes. Okay, so this thing wasn't there earlier, right? This pretty table of contents for like the open API.
Yeah, it's always been a bit not annoying, but when working with long schemas, like I had to. So if you look on the schemas on the right, there's the path section, and whenever you want to access a specific one, either you had to search for it, or you had to like collapse each of the path until you find the right one. And now you don't have to do that anymore because you can just scroll on the left and find the right path, click on it, and it's going to lead you to the right place.
You want to test this out? Maybe. Oh, okay. I was just checking whether it's like just it will take you there.
Yeah, I think so. If you click on one of the go on one of the lower paths, like go further down, and click on one of those. Yeah. See, straight to the 5,000. And that's a long OpenAPI definition, by the way.
Yeah, this is Discourse.
Yeah, that's a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah. Whoa. Okay.
And there's 158 issues in that schema.
Let me. So
you should probably let them know.
There's a Discourse. I was wondering if, if somebody wants to contribute to fixing the issues on the Open API.
Well, is that their? Do they have an official? Do they have a public workspace or?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to check.
I don't think they do because I know I've tried to use their API several times, and every time I had to go to their website.
No. So Discourse, if you're listening.
Get a public workspace, and then people can do pull requests, etc. on your API.
But I don't. Can we do a pull request on an API though?
Good question. No, we can't.
Yeah.
Not yet.
But we can watch.
But that leads us to the next new feature, right? Because we used to only be able to do pull request and etc. like fork on collections, but not anymore.
So you can now fork an environment.
Okay.
Which means that I should go on environments and okay, wait, yeah. Let me try forking one. maybe test. What do you want to call this?
Stream. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So it works just like the. And can you do a pull request as well?
Yeah, I'm trying to like make the edit and then.
Okay. We have permitted sock that says the Discourse OpenAPI at the apis.guru OpenAPI directory should be 100% valid. We'll try that right after.
Okay. Um, mm,
Yeah,
I don't.
it's right there. Oh, it is right there. Create a fork. Oh, yeah, you're right. Coming
Yeah,
soon.
coming soon.
Okay, so
Need
you
to
can
keep an
fork
eye
it.
on the release notes.
Okay, you can fork it, but you can't pull request it yet. I mean, I guess like for now, forking was the main thing that we needed because like when we had all these public workspaces with collections and like attached environments, you had to recreate the whole environment, and it was a bit annoying. And ideally, you don't want to. I mean, you don't want to push your updated environment because it will contain your own keys. So it's probably not the main thing. Being able to fork it is the main one. So we had permitted sock saying apis.guru OpenAPI directory. Do you want to try that, or do you want me to do it?
You try it now.
Okay, so my screen should be shared already. Let me move this here. So if you go to apis.guru and look for
just Discourse OpenAPI at the API.guru OpenAPI directory should be 100% valid.
Let's see.
This should help you next time, Almi, if this is like 100% valid. This is the one that you can use then.
So that's, I think, the one that I use is this one. No, not even. Like, so whenever I work with the Discourse API, all I do is Discourse API on Google, and then they have the docs at discourse.org. And that's the one that I use.
Yeah, I think they have an open API, like they have a API reference. Do they?
Yeah, they do. They do, because you can just get it here. That's probably the one you took. And this is powered by Redux, so I'm guessing this is actually the same one. Just like this is the one that is on Redux directly, and this is the one that is that's the same thing, just hosted in different places. Okay, cool. And let's see this one. So I think that's probably the one you're using, but what it's saying is that this should validate directly. So let's do new API Discourse fully validating, maybe. Version, is this already a version? Latest. Let's just do 1.0. You applied 147 fixes. Okay. So hopefully that should be good. I took the JSON one. And I'm going to paste it here. Okay, it does validate. So
maybe we played with it.
When you say you applied 147 fixes, do you mean on top of the one they have here? Or did you update theirs as well? Or they updated theirs? Or maybe you're from Discourse, I don't know.
Wait,
I don't know if you're on top. Okay. So this one wouldn't validate, and then on top you've like applied the fixes and made it available here. Okay.
So what is it? So what did we have on the Twitch workspace that we were using earlier? Was that like an older version that we had, or?
Yeah, because it's probably the one that I did when I did a stream with the product support. Okay, you maintain APIs at Guru. Okay, cool. So yeah, this is the one that we used during the live stream, because we were doing one with product support, where what we would do, we would use the Discourse API to scan all the topics on our community forum, and kind of check the ones that don't have an answer for a while. And in that case, if there's one that doesn't get an answer for like more than 24, 48 hours, I think, it would send you a Slack notification saying, "Oh, this topic requires your attention because it's not being taken care of." And like when I say it would send you is the product support team, which looks at the community forum as well. Okay, so APIs.guru, for people that don't know, recommend checking it. It's also kind of different repository for different APIs, but there's
So who applied the fixes?
probably that person. I know that's one of the challenge with APIs.guru is like keeping all of this up to date. I don't know if there's we can look probably like if we look at GitHub, we'll see who are the contributors. So there's a few automated process. Okay. So there's a few contributors as well. So I'm guessing feature private.
Help me understand. We had an API on the Twitch workspace, which was a Discourse API, but it was an older version of the Discourse API, which had some issues. Correct? Okay. So who fixed these issues? APIs.guru fixes this issue.
Yeah. So if you pull the one from APIs.guru, it means
That's the fixed one.
Yeah. So it automatically fixes some. It adds additional data automatically, I'm guessing as well. And it updates them on a weekly basis. So it's getting the one from the provider and then does some fixes on top of it. So like that's one of the always been an issue. Like for example, last week or like 2 weeks ago, we worked with the Vision API from Azure, and it was not like their automatically generated documentation was not up to date. Their API specification was not up to date. So it was a bit of a challenge to kind of get it to work. And this is what it's trying to solve by putting them and keeping them updated automatically.
Okay. So I thought APIs.guru like just has a listing of the APIs. I didn't know there's actually ways to fix.
Yeah. So it's an improved listing, I would say.
Oh. Okay.
Cool. So that was another one. What else did we add? So you were on the release notes. Do you want me to keep going, or do you want to take it back?
No, you can.
Okay. Because I've actually not checked that in a while. So, so that's what we just did. You can move mock servers. That's interesting. That's interesting because when I work on public workspaces, one of the things that I often end up doing. Oh, have you been doing the badges actually?
Not much.
So there's a workspace called, what is it called actually? Galaxy
API adoption? No.
Galaxy API adoption, I think. Yeah. So can we get the Postman one? Nice.
Maybe search in Team Postman with that.
Oh, but I'm in the.
In the search.
I'm in the Twitch.
Okay.
So I see one here.
Do you want to probably try like go to the fork? Does it link you back?
And from the fork, yeah.
From?
Yep. Go here, then look at the collection and see. No, don't think it shows.
Oh no, I think if you check on the right side, it will show forks for this one. Like I want to see the origin. Like if it
that's what I mean. So you can't. I don't think. Maybe here. No. That's fine. We can find it here. It's just like, what if we do most views?
Or you can just search in the team. I think you can say from.
I think I found it.
Search box.
I think I found it. That's the one. Okay. So one of the thing. That's one thing we can. Why do Postman fail after updates? It shouldn't fail. If you have a fail after an update, either contact product support because that shouldn't happen, or you need to tell us more about like how it fails.
Or what version, like
Yeah.
what version do you upgrade to?
So back to this. This is if you want to get Postman certification or badges, that workspace that I'm going to put in the chat has a few collections that you can fork and start working on it. And I know one of them, this one, I think the mocking collection, requires you to create a mock server. And when I did it, I didn't realize that I needed to like have it validated and reviewed after. So I created in my public workspace, and because I couldn't move mocks at the time, I had to redo the whole training. And I mean, it doesn't take too long, and I'm pretty familiar with the app. But for like, it still takes like up to a couple of hours, I would say. So having to redo it. Oh, okay. So this one is.
Fork it and show it to us.
Wait, I want to find. Okay, so this one comes from this one, and I can't fork it because it's an actual. It's an API definition and not a collection. But basically, it's API first training, and it tells you how to do it. So what you have to do, you go to the define tab, you copy and paste this into your space, and then you generate collections from it. You generate a mock server, etc. But
why can't you fork this into your own private workspace?
Because that's a public workspace, and it's an API, right? And you can't fork APIs yet.
Did we? Oh, okay. We forked an environment. I'm so sorry.
It's all good. Okay. Anyway, the thing was this is pretty cool because you can now move your mock servers. So let's say, do I have a mock server somewhere? I do. Cool. So this means now I can click here, move, and send it to another one. So yeah. So if I create a mock server to mock an API just to trade on my own, when I'm happy with my mock server, I can share it to my team workspace, and then my team can start hitting the mock server as well, and potentially edit it as well. So that's good. It fails to send.
How would you manage that earlier? Like when this feature wasn't there,
you did not. So either you share the link, but the problem with that is that they had no view on like what was being sent, the logs, etc. So you had to recreate it basically. You just had to go in the new team workspace, create a new mock server, etc. Yeah. So it fails to send requests, especially when behind corporate VPN. I stopped updating it. Yeah. So if you're behind a corporate VPN that blocks the Postman connection, there's not much we can do. There's a way in the settings to set up proxy. So if there's a way from your corporate site to set up a proxy to allow Postman to go through that proxy, then you should go here and set it up. There's also Postman proxy. Yeah, so this link from our help center will walk you through, especially in your use case, being like behind a corporate VPN, how you can go around and how to set it up, etc., based on whether you're using Windows, Mac, and whatnot. So I'm going to link this as well. Hopefully, I think you're using Periscope, so I don't know if you'll be able to click the links, but hopefully you can. And if not, just like I did, look for Postman proxy on Google, and then it's going to be one of the top results. Okay. Was there anything else?
There's also the Scratchpad that you can use if you're offline.
Scratchpad? Oh, I don't know. I've actually never used this. Let me see.
Oh, sign out. So sign out of your account right now.
Is it only on the app or is it on the web as well?
I've tried it on the app.
Okay, so I'll try it. Yeah. So I need to sign out.
I've never tried it on web. I've always tried it on the app.
So if I sign out, do I need to sign out from all my accounts?
No, I think just sign out from like the existing one. So you shouldn't be logged in for like to view the Scratchpad.
So let me sign out of this one instead, because I don't want to sign out from my Postman one, because it means then I need to redo the SSO, etc. Okay. That's what I like. It's gonna keep logging me into the other accounts. So maybe if I do it on
Oh, I was going to say do it on incognito, but then we're doing it on the app. No? Okay,
yep.
you
But
have done
Postman
it.
Canary, I shouldn't have too many accounts linked to it, so hopefully I can trade on this one. Okay.
Too many accounts, just use a different app.
Look at that. I have even more here. I have like 10 accounts linked. So do you want to show works like
Just
Scratchpad?
go to the learning center probably. I also,
Learning
yeah.
and then Scratchpad.
I've seen it. Yeah, I actually saw it on my sister's laptop. So yeah, I use her laptop every time and I make her use like anything new that comes up so that we can get feedback. So yeah, that's when I saw the scratch pad because I'm usually always logged in. So
There's no results for Scratchpad.
I'm not lying. There is.
No, I know that's a thing.
Yeah, there's a thread on the community forum discussing the scratch pad.
Postman Scratchpad.
Ha!
It's everywhere. Oh, it's funny enough.
It's on the community forum.
There's a Postman Pad Scratchpad thing.
Okay. I think maybe this part of like the version 8. No, that
Yeah.
big talk about version 8. I think that.
So I think the difference was that in Postman 7 you could have a workspace when being logged out, and we've removed that concept, and now you have a Scratchpad when you're being logged out, and whenever you log in, you can import whatever you have in your Scratchpad to your workspace. That's just the main difference. So whenever you log in, you can see that window that says, do you want to just keep your stuff in Scratchpad and go back to it when you go back offline? Or do you want to move that data to a workspace because you've been like working offline and then you realized you had a Postman account, or your company just like created a Postman account for you, so you can move all that data to the workspace automatically.
I think earlier you couldn't move it to whenever you log in, right? You lose the work that you did when you were offline.
And you have to export everything and then import everything again. Okay, and then do you know about this one?
Yeah. Willie says Scratchpad is on the cracked Postman version.
Let's see.
Oh, I thought I downloaded the official, like from the downloads link and tried it.
The Scratchpad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the problem why I can't try it is because I'm already logged in.
You're logged in. Yeah, you need to log out.
And I don't want to log out of all these accounts.
Fair.
Okay. So yeah, do you know about Splunk?
Let's check the integrations tab, and let's show people where it's hidden. I took a while to
find it.
what the integrations are. Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. So, what is the integrations tab first?
I know where it is. You know where it is. Are you acting? Is that
no? Is it here somewhere?
Are you acting, Alami?
Or is it here?
You know where it is.
No, I don't.
Oh, you're on the app.
Yeah.
But irrespective, I know like it's the same place. Both the.
So how do I access it from the app? That's my question. Do I need to go here and manage team?
Should I tell you? Are you acting? Like, I'm so confused. I'm so confused with your tone.
Like, you can tell me. Scratchpad is on the cracked Postman version.
Okay, so if you want to find out like that, just go to home.
Okay, home. Yeah. And it's here.
Home has like these. Show the announcements as well, right?
Yeah.
since we're at home, let's have a look at.
Okay,
why,
so
why isn't this office hours there? A bit because it already started.
yeah, I think so.
Okay.
So yeah, what's on the homepage? There's a few quick like getting started links, activity feeds, so you can like kind of spy on what your team is doing. Recent workspaces, so we can see we're doing a lot of streaming stuff. There's our level ups as well, and Michael's dead whatever. Okay, and then yeah, just like private APIs. And on the left, you can access your workspaces, the private API network. So that's the API network private to your team. And then the integrations. And that's probably what we're going to look at, right?
So there's a link to bootcamp, and there's
Yeah,
math
true.
teams and the learning center.
Okay, so now I have my list of integrations. So I have two set up.
Splunk. We need to look for Splunk.
And I can browse all. And here I should be able to look for Splunk. What is Splunk? So Postman monitor results into Splunk. Okay, cool. So that's kind of like, we have a few integrations like this one. We have one with Datadog, and I think we have one with New Relic that may be there or may not be there yet.
For
but
monitoring.
what is Splunk? That's data thing built with the cloud. So it's basically a monitoring platform, right? Yeah, searching, monitoring, analyzing whatever happens. So let's say you're using Splunk in your environment already to like check your different microservices, etc. You can also have data coming in from Postman directly to Splunk. So instead of having to check in different places, so you're having to check Splunk and having to check Postman on the side for your API monitoring, you can send your results from Postman directly to Splunk using this integration, and it means you don't have to like, split the work, basically.
You can
That's good.
I like the name Splunk.
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
Yeah.
Danny is saying you should be still able to get to the scratchpad when you're logged into the desktop app. Okay.
It's an option in the settings drop down. Let's try.
Let's see.
Oh, poor thing. We made you log out of like so many accounts.
It is there.
I wasn't acting, just to let you know.
It's fine. Okay, so let's see. Scratchpad.
Oh.
Okay, so I'm basically still logged into all these accounts, but I'm using the app in like logged out mode. Okay, that's cool. So if I want to do anything,
like it won't get synced to.
Yeah. So if I want to do anything private that I don't want Postman to be aware of, like Postman as in because I'm using my work account, I can do it here. Okay.
Yeah, why don't you enter your API key and then we can like test this out?
No. Okay, that's cool. That's actually the first time I'm using it. So that is new to me. And then I can just switch to a workspace and it goes back to my like logged in state. Okay, cool. Thank you, Debbie. Cool. Let's see. Anything else?
Oh, yeah. Danny says he only came to see your new haircut, but
I'm glad you're enjoying it, Danny.
you want to show him like all side profiles and all of that, like just because Danny's just joined to see your haircut. So
there we go. Enjoy it. Enjoy it while it lasts. It's just gonna get too long in about a couple of weeks, and I'm gonna have to like struggle every day again. Okay. I'll give you this one to talk about it because I need to drink because I'm so thirsty.
Okay. You can run tests and view last run results within the test tab of your API. Okay. Let me share my screen and try this out.
In the meantime, quick reminder, if you have any questions or you want us to try something, just let us know and we will try it.
Okay. Huh. Okay. I don't do anything in this my workspace in this.
Wow, not working at all.
Not in this. Yeah, not in this team. Okay. What has tests here? Something called testing, I think. Doesn't look like.
So I
Yeah.
think you have to go in the. Do you have an API that has a test collection set up? Let's see. And if you go in the test tab,
Test.
no.
Oh.
Discourse API test. Okay.
Yeah.
So now you can see there's a. Yeah. You see on the right, you have a run test button when you highlight the testing collection. Go back to Discourse
Oh.
API.
For that particular API, what all tests do I have? So like all the collections that. No, wait. What's happening?
No, go back to Discourse API.
Yeah.
Go back to the test and see when you highlight the collection all the way to the right. You
This
have a
one.
run. Yeah.
This one. Oh, I
So
can run them all from here. Like
yeah.
so an API will have like multiple paths and it could have like multiple collections. And each of those collections could have like multiple tests. But then I would have to go to them manually, or I would have to. I'm trying to think of the use case. Or or I'd have to like use the runner. But then yeah, the runner is just like a collection runner, right? It's not like a
So
you can't
that
like
basically
multiple.
what this does, this triggers a collection run for that specific collection. But yeah, like you mentioned it, where the value added is that instead of having to go to every collection and run it like separately, you can do it all from that tab. And also, if you go back there, you'll see there's a last execution run thing, like last run results to the right of this.
Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
haven't.
So basically, you can keep track of what was the last run, what happened, etc. And if there's I think if there's an automatic run that is triggered by a monitor, it will update there as well. So this gives you an overview of all the different tests that you have running on that specific API in one place. Again, instead of like going to each collection, running it yourself, and like looking at the results individually. So yeah, it's just putting it all in the same place.
Okay. Oh, I was checking what validation is doing. I haven't played around with this space yet much.
Validation is so if you generate a collection from an API specification, it validates that the collection is in sync with the OpenAPI. So let's say from this OpenAPI you generate a collection, and then on the OpenAPI spec you add a path. When you click validate again, it's going to say, oh, that collection is missing a path, and it's going to offer to like populate it for you by just clicking like merge the changes, etc. But yeah, that's a big open API that you have here, so it's going to take a while to validate.
Okay, no problem. We have other work to do.
Yep. Okay, so that's so you can do that, and now you can also run the collection from the More Actions menu, which is just another place you can run collection from.
Where?
So if you go in your collection tab,
Collection.
and you have one of these with test, you can click on the three dots on the collection, on the right, yeah, and here you should have a run collection thing. Yeah. So it's just another way to get there.
This has been there, right?
No, you had to go to click on the collection and then go in click the run button.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean this one, it's good. It's here. I don't think it's that much of a big change.
Okay.
No offense to the team who put that out. It's a good UI improvement or UX improvement. But I don't.
It's so easy to imagine it as part of the experience that I did not realize.
Yeah.
It's a feature that's come up. So these are
okay.
your issues after validating.
Let's see what else we have. Oh, we have one. We have one that isn't in the release notes.
Oh wait, okay. What did you find?
Okay, so if you go to our GitHub, I'm just going there because no one's asking questions, by the way. So remember, if you have any questions, drop them in the chat, and we'll answer them. Hopefully, we can answer them.
Or if you have any questions at all, like there hasn't been any questions. So if you want to ask how Alimin got his haircut during the lockdown, you can ask us
That's
that.
that's not a good question.
But it's a start to asking questions. That's what I meant.
And if you sort by most commented, for example,
Where
so
where in the GitHub Postman support issues?
yeah, Postman app support issues. One of the ones that is the most asked for is, where is it? I lost it now. This one. 84 comments, not shabby. Lots of plus ones. So when this started, which was a little while ago, there was no query. If you look at the app now, and if you go to a collection, this one, for example, there's a params tab, which didn't used to be there. The first tab was authorization. There was probably no test, etc. So the request at the time was that if your request is a post or put, you should default to body because that's kind of what you want to add. But as the app grew, the request kind of changed, and now the request was that we should save what's the last. Where am I? Here. What's the last open tab, and then instead of like having to, let's do it in the app, for example. If I'm in the app and I go to one of my workspace, open a collection.
Your mouse pointer looks evil.
Your mouse pointer or mine?
Your mouse pointer.
It looks small actually on the screen. It's much bigger in the.
I don't know why the green looks evil with the black, or maybe.
So if I go in one and I open the tab, then whenever I go back to that request, it reverts to param. So I have to go back here and start editing, check another one, go back, have to go back here. So now what we've changed, for now it's on the web and it's going to come to the app soon, is that it saves whatever was the last tab open. So if I'm in the app, and let's say I was working on tests here and I was adding some tests, I go out of here, close it, do some other stuff here, blah, 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 edit some stuff, and go back to this one, go straight back here. So that's a little thing which we hope will help a lot of people, because we know we had quite a few requests around that. And again, like, it's definitely solving the other one, because if you're just working with a post request, for example, that one, and you're just working in the body, you can do open other requests, open other collections, go in your environment, etc. But when you go back to this one, it stays on the body tab, so you don't have to remember what you were editing, but also you don't have to switch tabs whenever you go back to that request. So that's pretty cool.
Pick up where you left off.
Yeah. Oh, that's probably the best way to say it. Cool. Did you run out of new stuff?
No questions. But don't you want to show? I want you to show your the Postman Answers public workspace.
Okay.
And what is that? Like
what is the Postman Answers? So public API network we want Postman Answers. That's one. Okay, so if you're facing, how would I say that? If you're trying to do something with Postman, and you feel like you must not be the first one to try that, for example, oh, I'm getting a JSON response and I want to pass the results. There may already be a response to that here, so you can come to that workspace, look at what's already there, and we'll add more as we go. For example, past JSON array, you see there's like a little bit of documentation that explains what it does, and then you can fork it and start using it yourself. So this one, I won't be able to send. Oh, I will, because I'm in the right workspace. So I can send it, and then here, that's the body that I send. That's the body that I send back. And in the tests, I'm doing some strong parsing where I'm checking based on the property that has of the array. I'm doing different tests. So if the property is this rectilinear IR, I can check the diameter for this specific lens. And if it's a fisheye, then I can test that it's this. And I can see that my test results pass, and it's fine. So
these are like frequently asked questions
yeah.
and face problems on like
So
the community forum, GitHub.
Community forum. So I'm going to give the secret behind this one and how we came to creating it. What we did, we went on the community forum, clicked top of all time, and basically for each of these, where you could create a specific collection, we just walked through creating a collection, and then we went there and posted, not this one, bad example, let's say sending an array as form data. So I created it, then posted it, and like this question is from, when is it from? March 2019. So it's like more than 2 years already. And already there's like 126 people that went and checked it out because they had the same question. So yeah, that's basically what we did. And we'll keep on adding more. We'll keep on going through down. I think we're down to, let's see. Yeah, we're down to here. So now we're going to keep on doing this. And yeah, there's also, so that's one way we do it at Postman, to kind of make it available for people to see the answers and try it out themselves, instead of just saying, oh, this is what you should do, and then you have to figure out which code you need to copy paste, how to use it, etc. So when we do it, and we've seen community people also starting to do that. So Praveen, Matthew has created that.
Danny.
Has created that workspace with nice little GIFs of minions. And that's the one he's using. So he's one of our community member, and he helps a lot of people as well. So he's done his own version of the Postman Answers with the Postman tricks and tips. And whenever he answers someone on the community forum with something that might be relevant for other people, he adds it to his own public workspace, and it's available here. So yeah, that Danny's sent the link already in the chat if you want to check it out. But there's quite a few actually. What is he doing? Data driven using environment variable, data driven using Google Sheet, run requests using tags. And again, like, let me open that on Chrome. If I'm interested in any of these, I can go in. I'm actually interested in this one, and he's got some he's got some cute documentation too. That's cool.
Yeah, I love the pictures and the
shows how to execute a collection using tags. Here we get full request list in the respective collection using Postman collection API. Okay, so I could take this one, fork it. Oops. Fork it to personal workspace. And then start using it. So again, it's kind of a nice way where I don't have to read through code. Like, that's kind of, how was that called? Do you remember that tool where you can put HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and you can add some libraries, and then you can set the people and they can see it working straight away?
Code Sandbox?
Yeah, one of them is that. Is it the name of it?
I like Code Sandbox.
Okay. Yeah, so that's one of the one here, right? Like you add your stuff there and it just works.
Oh,
Is it
and
the one?
there's a lot of tools actually. There was like JS Fiddle and
Yeah,
CodePen.
that's the one I was thinking about. GS Fiddle. That was my go-to. But yeah, that's kind of the same thing, but in a Postman way. So you can see it working straight away. You can just write your code here, and then you send that link to someone else, and they can see it working straight away instead of like trying to figure it out. Yeah, CodePen as well.
Code Sandbox adds boilerplate also, I think. That's why I like it more.
But can you see it work straight away, or is it just you can see the code but you don't see it working?
You can see it work right away, and you can share the link with
Okay.
others for them to see it work right away.
Cool.
It does. I think it adds a lot of like boilerplate stuff.
Oh yeah. Okay, you see it as well. Okay, cool. But yeah, so that's the idea between like this type of public workspaces. If you have an issue, instead of like working through code and having to copy paste in different places and just like creating errors from like kind of human errors instead of like wrong code, you can just get it straight away as it was meant to be. So you can see all the requests are already here. They already have some scripts written and some like tests here. And probably for all of them, yeah. And I don't have to worry about any of this because it's all set up for me. So all I have to do is change the different variables, which probably are here. No, I don't know where they are, but it's probably written in the documentation. And yeah, and then I'm good to go. So I probably have to put my API key here.
It's a good opportunity to contribute as well and work with people. So if there's a couple of solutions that you think would be nice and go in line with the kind of solutions that are part of Praveen's Postman tips and tricks, then you could either add comments for Praveen to see, or just raise a PR, and then you could start working together. And you could also add comments on the Postman Answers workspace or any other workspace, actually. I just feel like it's a good opportunity to start working with people on similar problems that you're facing.
Yeah. So I'm actually going to demonstrate the comment thing. So you can't comment at the workspace level. So you would have to go in a collection. But let's say I want to leave a comment on that one. I'm not part of the workspace. I'm just a viewer. That's a great public workspace. I don't actually have anything to add, so I'm just going to say that's a great public workspace. Thanks for creating it. And can I add? Let me see. Oh. Let's see. Can I do party? Way. There we go. Now Praveen will see some comment on this thing. He's going to be like, oh, who's asking me to do more work? And then he's going to see that nice comment.
Yeah.
It's going to be super cool. Yeah, that's, and again, if I wanted to, so I already have forked one of them. If I wanted to create a pull request based on it, etc., I could do it. Cool. Is that all we had?
Unless somebody has questions.
You have a couple of minutes to ask your questions, and if not, oh, j'ai vu un Pikachu. Yep, that's my.
I don't know how to speak, but I had learned how to.
I don't know how to speak.
Je is I have, right? I have.
Yep.
Wo is to go or something like.
Is to see something.
Oh, where? Okay. I learned Spanish also, so I'm getting confused between both of them.
Yeah, that's my Detective Pikachu. But so it makes sense when you see both my screens. I'm gonna open that back, but yeah, I have another screen on the other side, and then it's the Pikachu waving on the other screen. So it's a whole, it just makes sense overall. Here it's just like a big zoomed in Pikachu.
So Pikachu is a Pokemon?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I thought there was a follow up to it.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna ask like a very specific
No.
question, like it's a Pokemon type, something that has this. And I was like, no, nope.
I
Yes,
never
it's a
watched.
Pokemon.
I've never watched cartoons like ever.
It's fine. It's all good. We don't blame you, but no, know
I've
your
watched a lot
Pokemons.
of drama. I just watched what my parents watch. So yeah,
Oh yeah,
I've
so yeah.
seen a lot of drama. I haven't.
I guess Pokemon is sometimes pretty dramatic as well, but
Oh.
probably not to your parents' taste.
Yeah, no, I still know, like I still gained like a little bit of GK just because of the Pokemon Go game. Like my friend used to go around just catching
Yeah.
Pokemons on the road. So cool. So does this mean we're at the end, or do you have like some
I
tips and tricks to share?
I don't have anything. Actually, let me think. Let's see what's coming up. So, if you just joined in and you have questions and it's too late because you should have asked it earlier. No, because we need to end and actually need to have
Yeah.
lunch. There's another office hours later today, in about 7 hours from now. So you can come back and ask your questions there. We have another stream this Thursday, where they're going to create a graphical giraffe app with Microsoft Graph. So we're going to have someone from Microsoft joining us.
Is it like
And
giraffe on purpose because it it can be like graph giraffe? I don't know.
that's knowing Joyce,
Could
probably
be.
yes. Yeah. But yeah, a graphical graph with Microsoft. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Try saying it like really quick. If is it
Is
like
it
a
a tongue twister?
three range giraffe traffic?
And then next Thursday, it's me again with Atanas, someone from our product support team, and we're going to use monitors to create non-playable characters in an
What's
existing game.
what's a non-player character?
So, is a giraffe a Pokemon? I don't think there's a giraffe Pokemon, actually.
So
But
that means giraffe is not. No, that means giraffe is a non-player character. Is it?
I don't know. No, so a non-player character, if you're in video games, in most video games, like you look at GTA or Splinter Cell or Hitman or any of these games where you play a character, you often, or even Pokemon, right? Like there's people waiting for you that are just waiting for you to interact with them, and then they'll give you a quest, or they'll like challenge you to a duel or whatever. And these are the non-player characters. So it's the characters that are in game and they're just for you to interact with, but
Oh,
they're not living their own life, right? They're just people that are there to add to the story. So Atanas has already created a game, a web game that you can play using Postman, where you're just moving around. It's a bit of a 2D game, like Pokemon, and we're gonna add other characters to it that are just walking around and triggering quests, etc. So that's what we're going to do.
wow! So it's a game in Postman.
It's a game on the web, on your browser, that you can play using Postman. It's not directly in Postman.
Ah, okay.
So yeah, characters in games
Watch that.
run by computer. Yep. And then on the 22nd, we have take your child to work to play with APIs, but you can't actually get your child on the stream because the Twitch guidelines don't allow for people younger than 13 years old to be on the stream. Fair enough. So it's just going to be Joyce and I pretending to be kids and then doing kid stuff on the stream. I don't know. We'll see how.
How much would you need to pretend, Alami?
True. So, okay, spot on. But yeah, fair enough. And then it's me again on the 29th, and we're going to inspect the most common song lyrics with Linda Kaufman, which is one of our content editor at Postman, and a musician. So we'll use APIs, and actually, I was looking recently at the tailor.rest.api. It's just tailor.rest. It's just an API
Oh,
that gives you lyrics.
songs?
from Taylor Swift. It's one of them. I don't know if we're going to use this one, but I just saw that one pop up on my Twitter the other day. So maybe we'll use that. We'll see.
And okay, yeah, maybe we're at the end. But I wonder, do you know the reason why April is API month? Just
because there's API in the letters. Oh yeah, actually that's probably something we should share too. We declared April as API month. I'm going to post that if you want to run through, if you want to read through it. But basically, you can see if you remove the R and the L, it does API.
Yeah. It's a really complex, complicated way of like getting APIs out.
Yeah.
So
but yeah,
how are you celebrating?
I'm celebrating by doing streams every week this month, and then you can all see my face in here if you come again.
Okay.
Ta-da!
Oh, Willie says he's checking Code Sandbox.
Cool. I think I've heard of it, but I've never used it, so I'm gonna check it out too. Cool.
And I know giraffe is not a Pokemon. Okay. Signing off then, and I play like the exit music.
Yep. Thank you for whoever is watching, whoever watched with us. If you have any questions, again, come back later or just go on the community forum. We're there as well, and we answer all questions there. And we might create a Postman answer out of it, so any question is a good question. But yeah, see you all later.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.